Okay, Chris Word and First Business Rescue. This video is out there for you if you're a business owner that has fell into arrears with your landlord. Okay, there's lots of directors that I speak to regularly here at First Business Rescue that still have arrears issues from their landlord. It could be from back when they fell behind with the rent in COVID, or it could be more recently, you know, with the cost of energy going up, the cost of materials going up, the cost of labour going up. Sometimes the rent gets put on the back burner and it's starting to cause people problems. Now, if you're a business owner that is behind on the rent, I want to make you aware of a couple of things that your landlord can do once you start to default. Now, you got to remember, if you stop paying your rent, you're in breach of the terms of your lease. So it's really, really important that you deal with this and you start to communicate with your landlord. Now, I'm just going to, for a landlord to sort of exercise their powers, you know, through commercial rent arrears recovery, the following conditions must be met. I'm just going to read these out to you. So there must be a commercial lease in place, and it's documented in writing that the lease covers mixed use or residential use. They must provide a written your landlord must provide a written enforcement notice of 7 days, and that's valid for 12 months. The CRAR covers rent, interest and VAT only. A judgment order must be obtained to recover service charges and insurance. And you must be in arrears for 7 days, and debt must amount to 7 days rent at least. And you must the landlord must use a certified enforcement agent to recover goods, and you must still be in arrears before seizing goods. So when a landlord seizes goods, the tenant will be able to enter into something called a controlled goods agreement, which is a repayment agreement made with the enforcement agent. It's quite serious stuff, this. It doesn't take a lot for a landlord to start coming in and taking control of your goods, your stock, your machinery. Now, another thing that you need to be aware of is something called the commercial lease forfeiture. So as an alternative to the commercial rent arrears recovery, bloody hell, it's a mouthful that, the CRAR, your landlord might use this. And it's where a landlord can forfeit the lease, which essentially means they terminate your lease based on you not agreeing to the terms of the lease. So you stop paying, you're in breach of the lease, they terminate your lease. It's quite a simple process. Now, there was a moratorium on lease forfeiture during the pandemic, so nothing could really happen for a couple of years. So what we're suggesting to you now is, if you've got issues with your landlord and your rent arrears, even let's say this business you've got is insolvent and you're going to liquidate that business. Well, if you're going to liquidate this business, your landlord is not going to want to deal with you in the new company if you still owe the landlord money. So it's really important that you communicate to them. You make timely payments. If you can't pay it all, let them know. But don't bury your head in the sand, because you may come in one day, you get served that notice and they start levying goods. It's always important to keep open and transparent communication with your landlord. Listen, if you're struggling with landlord arrears and you want some free independent advice, please get in touch with us at First Business Rescue. I hope you've found this video helpful. Goodbye.